One of our buildings has a plaque that says, "We aspire to cure cancer." And it's something that, I always think about and, I don't treat lightly.
When you see patients that have received our therapies come in and talk to us and say, "This is how your therapies have changed my life," it makes a difference. We have this thing called PTRB, patient, trust, reputation, business, in that order. How does this help the patient first?
Because everyone in this room and everyone that you know is a patient.
Are there any trust concerns?
You can't afford it to not be trusted, and frankly, you can't afford it to not be running.
How does this help our reputation as an organization?
Lack of trust immediately impacts reputation.
And then finally, how does it help the business?
We are completely rewiring the company to be data and digitally driven.
We need to make sure this is absolutely rock solid. Okta is the backbone for that.
Takeda ID is our way to provide a trusted digital experience to every participant in our ecosystem.
Identity is the key component of your security strategy for an organization.
We went through the appropriate due diligence and selection process for it, but to me, it was all a formality. I knew right away that we were going to be an Okta shop.
Internally, we have about 70,000 employees and contractors that utilize the tool on a day-to-day basis.
I can self-register, I can change my own password, request access and have it provisioned automatically.
On the external side, where we have healthcare providers, patients, plasma donors, I can address individual concerns for 2 million people.
Okta is the primary partner in getting and distributing all of the credentials that are needed to stitch all of these folks together.
When we first implemented it, people were like, okay, well, that's just a login. No, it's not just a login. I can grab someone's identity and then tie it to so many things. For me, the magic is the cloud aspect of it. I'm not in the server business. I'm in the service business. Okta gives me the freedom to not worry about identity.
Okta being cloud native allows us to not be restricted by platform, not be restricted by device, not be restricted by location.
I don't have to patch. I don't have to worry about infrastructure. I don't have to worry about uptime.
That's a really, really important element because a couple hours downtime on an internal environment, of course that's important, but it's nothing like a patient not being able to get access to their oncology system for 10 minutes.
It's a personalization capability that can scale to millions of users. We tested at 5,000 transactions a minute, just massive number, and everything worked perfect.
The main reason we're doing everything on the cloud is because we need to be fast. Speed and data are the new oil. Okta becomes the central force in how this is secured and how this is enabled.
Now that we have this type of information, we can go do things that we never even imagined.
Not only with Okta from a traditional identity perspective, but Okta from an API perspective.
The app teams will go, wow, this is amazing. I didn't know you could do this. They just grab it, use it, and focus on what they want to do rather than have to figure out the underlying infrastructure. We handle that for them, and Okta handles that for us. I literally don't have to worry about anything.
It's funny, I often use Okta as an example of how important customer success is because there is 100% commitment to making sure I'm getting value out of what I currently own.
Okta Professional Services, they just don't answer questions. They ask questions. Then they'll come up with some ideas and the world opens up.
It's a critical partnership and there can be some game-changing developments if we make more of healthcare identity-driven because digital and identity is now underscoring everything.
You don't think of a tool suite that's going to change people's lives. But in reality, that's it. Okta helps us focus on the problem and implement the solution to better our patients' lives, to better the world, cure cancer. It's absolutely transformational.